This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
You saw the headlines. Meta settled. The case, 29 state attorneys general built against Facebook and Instagram over before the jury ever ruled. The number is $18 billion. It sounds enormous. I'm Kim Komando for Webroot. Back to school means more time online. Help protect your family's devices with Webroot Essentials. Save 62% at webroot.com/Kim. Here's what that number is. Paid in installments over 10 years against revenue north of $200 billion a year, roughly 1% of what the company's worth. And Meta admitted no wrongdoing. You want to know how badly it stung? Meta's stock went up on the news. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. The states did win real changes, blocking access at night, age checks, an outside auditor. I hope those hold. But there's no question in my mind that Meta knew exactly what it was doing to 2 generations of children and kept doing it. $18 billion over a decade isn't a punishment, it's a line item. Until that changes, the damage continues. Learn more at getkim.com.
The Meta settlement is a reminder that your children's photos online are never fully in your control. But the danger goes beyond big tech. That's what Marissa from the Midwest called into the show about. She found out the hard way from someone she trusted completely. Kim has her story next.
With back to school season here, I've been thinking about something I wish I had in school. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic. Whether you're heading back to school or shopping for a student, you'll use them every day. My Raycons are always with me. When I exercise, run errands, or walk the dogs, they're the earbuds I reach for. Active noise cancellation lets me tune out distractions. And when I'm outside, I switch to awareness mode so I can hear what's happening around me. They're super comfortable, sound fantastic, and I can pair them with my phone and computer at the same time. Battery life is up to 32 hours, and a quick 10-minute charge gives you 90 minutes of playtime. Oh, and the new colors are awesome. My pick is Cool Mint. Best of all, Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as those big brands, but at half the price. The Everyday Earbuds Classic are the perfect back-to-school companion. Go to buyraycon.com/Kim and you'll get 20% off. That's buyraycon.com/Kim. buyraycon.com/Kim.
This message is brought to you by Raycon.
All right, imagine that your best friend, someone who has held your newborn baby, you know what that feeling's like.
Absolutely.
It's like you love that, has been quietly saving the baby photos and reposting them as her own.
That's creepy.
Her name on your child is called digital kidnapping. And my next guest lived through this. And she's saying that she's from the Midwest for a reason. Marissa, thank you for coming on board with us. Take us back to the exact moment that you found out. What did you see on the screen?
Whenever I got the screenshots from my former best friend's coworker, the first thing that I saw was photos from our pumpkin patch time and her saying that she can't come to training that day because she has to take her daughter to the doctor and she was sick. I saw photos that I had sent her to wish her Merry Christmas that she had saved and sent her coworkers and said, Merry Christmas. The first big snow where we live, she sent those photos to her coworker and said that baby loved the snow, but mom didn't because it was so cold out.
Wow.
Later on in the screenshots, she even gave her birth story about how she delivered my daughter with no epidural, and it was so pain-free and simple, which is the complete opposite of how my daughter was actually brought into the world.
Okay, you know what? Been there, done that. Okay.
So let me see if I follow this correctly. You had a baby. A close friend of yours is taking the pictures and photos and moments for you and your child's life and sending them to people that you don't know and saying it's her own child?
Yes. So me and this woman had been friends for 15 years since we were children. And she started a new job in late August of last year, maybe the beginning of September, and it started immediately. upon her starting that new job. My daughter was about 4.5, maybe 5 months old when she started this, and I didn't find out until she was almost 11 months old.
And is this new job that she got remote working?
No, it's in person.
Oh, wow.
So these people could have conceivably said, hey, we're having a pool party this weekend. Bring your daughter that doesn't exist.
Or we didn't notice that you were pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because she didn't. So the way I understand it from the coworker who told me is she started this job. She kept my daughter's name the same. She kept her birthday the same. So since she just started that job at the beginning of fall last year, my daughter was born in the spring.
Okay.
So she wasn't working there whenever she first started the job.
Now, did you try to get did you get the police involved? I don't think that this is a criminal case, though. Is it?
So after I had sat on it for a couple of days, and I didn't mention it, but she came over to my home December of last year. It was 2 days after Christmas. I had a tattoo appointment that day, and she was coming with me. She came into my home. My daughter was in her playpen playing. All she had on was a diaper. My daughter was being super smiley. My friend snapped a photo and sent it to me. I thought that was the end of it. Well, lo and behold, whenever I found all of this out, while she was sitting next to me at the tattoo shop, she was sending this photo of my daughter in nothing but a diaper to a stranger and talking about how good of a Christmas she had and all of these things. Well, anyways, whenever I found out, my daughter being practically naked on a stranger's phone really made me sick.
Sure.
Right.
So I did call our county sheriff's department, and I didn't really know what to ask for or what to do because, like you said, I wasn't sure if this was a criminal case or not. But he actually recommended that he go to her house because he was floored. I had never seen heard a reaction like that from a law enforcement officer before. He was floored. And he said, if it's okay with you, I would like to go to her house, and I would like to watch her delete all the photos of your daughter off of her Facebook, off of her phone. And I said, you know what, that's fine. And he said, and I'm going to let her know that I spoke with you, and I told you that you could press charges if you would like to. But at this time, you're choosing not to, because I did choose not to. He alluded to the fact that maybe some of it could have been identity theft in the state we live in. Maybe some of it could have been like cyber stalking, since she was stealing my photos and using them.
Yeah.
And but obviously, since he's not an attorney, he couldn't tell me for sure. But that is what he had said to me.
So now you had police intervention. Did you ever confront her? Ever have a conversation with her about what she was doing?
Yes. So I found out on March 17th. We were actually supposed to hang out the next day on a Monday. But after I had found out, I quit answering her messages for a while. While I was ignoring her and trying to think of how to handle this, she actually sent me the screenshot of her resignation to her job because she knew that they knew, and she was panicking.
For sure.
So she sent me the screenshot of her resignation, and she was like, how did this sound? Yada, yada. I didn't respond. And then a couple of hours later, I finally sent her all of the screenshots I had received. I sent her a huge, long message confronting her, and she responded back telling me that she was sorry and she doesn't know why she did what she did. And she asked if we can meet up in person, and I said, hell no.
Right.
So I told her, if you want to talk, we can have a phone conversation. And so she called me, and I recorded it because the state I live in is a one-party consent state only. So I have her admission recorded on my phone. She cried a lot and said that she was sorry and this, that, the other. I told her that, I don't forgive you. You violated us. I trusted you. I've known you for over half of my life. And I essentially ended the friendship.
And she never gave a why? I mean, I can speculate, but yes. She never gave a why?
There's obviously mental health issues there, right?
Yes, for sure. There are definitely mental health issues. Without saying too much, for legal reasons, during the phone call, which, like I said, I had recorded, she did say that she's always wanted to be a mom, and she feels like she can never have one of her own.
Okay.
Wow. Now, do you post any more pictures of your daughter?
Absolutely not. I don't post photos of either of my kids, and my family members do not anymore either.
Yeah, I think that's the takeaway here, because Marissa, thank you for telling us your story, because so many parents they are posting pictures of their kids. Obviously, they say that by the time that the child's 13, the magical number is 1,300. That there's 1,300 photos of that kid somewhere online.
Wow.
And so digital kidnapping that's the phrase, is that it's on the rise.
Right.
And you post pictures of your kids.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously they're older now.
I told you the story of the guy at Safeway, though. I don't know if I've said it on this show or on my morning show. I was in line at Safeway. I was
this
checking
when
out.
he was looking for money?
No, there's just a bucket at the end of the register, and it has this picture of this kid, and it's raising money for cancer awareness and using this child as the spokesperson. And the guy standing behind me is frozen, and we're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "That's my daughter." Someone had stole the picture of his daughter off of Facebook and used it to raise money for charity.
And it sounds really crazy, Barry, but you've told that story 8 times before on the show.
So let me tell you this story. I was at Safeway.
Little inside humor there. Sorry. My husband tells the same story all the time. And every time he tells me the same story, I'm like, oh!
But it's just astonishing that this isn't even going on behind the scenes. People are using it to make money off of it.
Well, I don't think that was the case here,
No.
but in your Safeway case, it was.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good word to the wise. My niece does not post any photos of her kids online for these reasons. And also, you also have like the weird child porn that they're doing. They're taking bodies and putting on AI, and it's just, I think it's just good practice. If you don't need to post pictures of your kids, don't do it. Okay, Smarty Pants, I know that you need more tips like this because you want to stay ahead of the tech curve. But as they like to say on infomercials, but wait, there's more. This is really fun. You can watch The Kim Komando Show over on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/Kim Komando. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And if you're more into podcasts, well, you can find me everywhere you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. That's Komando. And if you have any questions for me, or if you want to share a story that happened in your life, I love that. Just go to komando.com. I know there's so many commandos. Komando, komando.com. And then there's a big button on the top right. It says Ask Kim. I know, funny how some things work in tech. Fill out that form, and I read every single note that you send me.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.